What's up, everybody? How you doing? Steve Witchell here, founder of Cover Band Central. It is Friday, September 11th, 9/11, 2020. Hope everybody's well today. See a lot of memories today posted around Facebook about 9/11. I have my own that I kind of posted a little bit on my personal profile on Facebook, if anybody wants to see that. Just a quick little thing about it. But it hit everybody hard, and I know a lot of people feeling it this year, especially. But the thing I want to talk about is this music guidelines thing. What's up, Dan? That's going around the internet over the last week, and it's driving me to drink in the afternoon. So anybody else is drinking, cheers. I'm gonna take a sip. Okay. I just want to clear this up, get this information correct for everybody, because it's bugging me out now, because I did a shitload of research on this the other night, and I wrote a big article which I linked here in the description. If you don't want to sit here and talk about it or listen to me talk about it, you want to just read the article, click on that link and read the article. Spencer, thank you. My arm is it still hurts. I'm still in physical therapy. It's still a long road, but it's functioning for basic things. So thank you for asking, Spencer. What's up, Carrie? Drinking a Coors Banquet. There you go. Tim, cool. Joe, so I'm not alone as a day drinker. It's Friday, right? It's like the weekend, so why not? Cool. See a lot of people coming in. All right. Here's the thing. The genesis of this whole thing is that people were sharing this meme about the Facebook music guidelines and saying this is going into effect October 1st. You're not going to be able to live stream anymore, and you're going to get in trouble. You're going to get your account, blah, 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 and start freaking musicians out and like, oh no, and there's a lot of people that are live streaming on a regular basis, and some people are making some money on it. The tips, the Venmo tips and PayPal tips. And now people are thinking come October 1st, they can't do it anymore. That is not true. That's not what's happening. And it's like the telephone game. And I can see why so much misinformation gets spread around the internet on other topics, because somebody will read a headline or read a meme and interpret it in a way that they choose to, and then spread that information around, and it goes quickly, like almost like viral. And then people start believing that, and then the telephone game, telling other people, and the story changes and changes and changes. So I was like, I've got to nip this in the bud. So I went and did a ton of research the other night and found as much information as I possibly could. I don't have all the answers, but I found all the information that's out there and put it together in this article. So if you haven't already, read the article, but we can talk about it here, and you guys can ask questions too. What's up, Ian? And yeah, who said it was? Oh, it's almost 6 o'clock. Dan said it's almost 5 o'clock here, so it's like quitting time. I'm in New Orleans, by the way, Central Time. Anybody doesn't know that? I'm a bass player. If anybody doesn't know that, you're in New Orleans, but haven't worked since March 15th, almost 6 months now. Okay. So here's the deal. There's music guidelines that are in place, and they are very troubling if you read them and you believe what they're saying is true and that you're in danger of getting in trouble. That's true. Those guidelines are in place, but they've been in place for a while. And it's hard to pinpoint when they put those guidelines in place. There's no specific date when Facebook, in the terms of service, if you go look at the terms of service, it says last updated July 31st, 2020. So those guidelines have been in place at least since then. Some people have said they've been in place since May. Some people have said since 2018, but I could not, and I did a lot of digging, and I could not verify any of those dates. So the only thing I know is that the music guidelines are in place as they are now. And the update, there is an update on October 1st, but it's not changing any of those music guidelines. It's staying exactly the same as it is now. So October 1st date is not significant at all. There is, but there is an update, and I'll read you what that update is. It's in section 3.2 of the terms of service. And that section is exactly the same. The only thing that's changed is they added this sentence. We also can remove or restrict access to your content, services, or information if we determine that doing so is reasonably necessary to avoid or mitigate adverse legal or regulatory impacts to Facebook. So they're just protecting themselves legally. That's all they're doing. So anything they've been able to do as far as your live feeds or muting part of your live feeds or pulling down videos, that's been the case for a while, and it's going to still be the case. Now, some people have, Nancy, she said the same thing about telephone game. She just did a live broadcast with a legal guy. I lost my train of thought. I mean, people have had this already happening to live streams, but most of the people, I can't say all because I don't know that as a fact, but most of the people, at least the ones that I've talked to that have had their live streams muted or pulled, were using backing tracks. We're using recorded karaoke type backing tracks. So there is a content ID algorithm that is out there that picks up on this stuff. It's very similar to the algorithm that, if anybody has used the app Shazam, if you're trying to identify a song, use the Shazam app, you press the thing, it listens, and it tells you what song it is. It uses a content ID algorithm. It's like a fingerprint for a song. It's unique to each song. So that's what's happening with live streams if people are using tracks. But it's only happening to some people at some times. It's not happening across the board to everybody. So there's no need for everybody to panic saying that, we can't do live streams anymore. I've heard that some people who are just playing music live have also had issues, but I can't verify any of those people in particular or what they were playing or what exactly happened. But I've heard some people say, yeah, I've had this happen. But I don't have any of the details on that. So it's not widespread. This is not happening like to everybody. All of a sudden, everybody can't play music. I mean, that's the panic that seems to be going on, and it's just not true. It's just not what's happening. Reggie said, what if you're not being paid? There's no stipulation in the guidelines that specifies whether you're getting paid or not, dictates what kind of censorship they're going to invoke. It just doesn't say. So most people who are live streaming are not being paid. People who are live streaming are taking tips. Some of them are, most are, taking tips through PayPal and Venmo, and that's not the same as being paid. Now, one thing that I do know is people are using tracks, and people are getting away with it. Most people are getting away with it. And I say in the article, there's a group on Facebook called Quarantine Karaoke, which has about 750,000 people in it. And they are all using pre-recorded tracks and singing along, like American Idol wannabes, singing along in their living room. I shouldn't say that. Some of them are actually very good singers. But that group is operating just fine with no intervention from Facebook. So if this was a real serious issue about getting your music pulled, your music videos pulled, your live streams pulled, that group would not be able to exist. That group would not. I mean, it's ridiculous. 750,000 people in that group, and they're just willy-nilly going in there and using copywritten tracks to sing along with. And some of them are taking tips. So there's no consistency to these guidelines across the board, and there's definitely no reason or need to panic for anybody about this. Now, people that I've talked to that have gotten their stuff muted or pulled, it's one person in particular, my friend Eric, who does like 3 nights a week, does a live stream. It did some digging on his own, and he has karaoke tracks that he purchased legally. So he owns these and he's allowed to use them. However, there's probably some sort of stipulation there saying you can't use these and make money from them. Maybe there is. I don't know. But what he found was there were certain artists and certain tracks that were getting flagged, that were getting the attention of the content ID algorithm. Guns N' Roses was one. Um, I don't have a list of it, but you could probably guess. Like, if you know about the whole Don Henley thing where he was testified in the Senate, and he's got all these people that are tracking his YouTube Eagles songs on YouTube and stuff and pulling them down. And I just really learned this the other day. If you go to YouTube and search Don Henley and you try to play Last Word This Evening or songs like that, not there. It's listed, but as soon as you go to play it, it says this content is not available. So there's certain artists that get flagged. So there's no list anywhere of these artists. So it's like kind of a trial and error thing. You have to figure it out. If this is what you're doing, if you're using pre-recorded tracks. But if you're just playing live, you're just strumming your guitar and you're singing, you should be fine. If you're playing with a full band and playing covers, you should be fine. Unless you have a huge, huge following, like millions of people or 1 million people, you're probably not going to get the attention of Facebook people looking for this. I don't think there's a team of Facebook people that are scouring live streams looking for copywritten content. It just doesn't seem to be happening. If it were happening, we'd hear about it a lot more. This is just a whole panic and fear thing that is really unnecessary. And now all these little websites, music websites, are writing an article about this and spreading this information, and it's wrong. They're saying October 1st, it's the big thing, and that's not correct. You can just Google Facebook terms of service and read the terms of service, and then see right at the top it says effective October 1st. Here are the new terms of service, and it's changing 3.2, and you could click that and you could read that, and the only thing that changes is everything is staying the same. So, and music guidelines, if you go and read terms of service, music guidelines are all the way at the bottom, the very last thing in terms of service. And I put it in the article, the music guidelines are in that article. Click the link in the description, read the article, and look at that and read the terms of service. If you take the terms of service literally and the music guidelines literally, then anybody who plays a cover is violating. Anybody is, legally. It's just a matter of what sort of action are they taking and what sort of action are they going to take. So things might change because this is getting a lot of attention now. So things might change. So I would say pay close attention to what's going on, and talk to your friends, especially people who are live streaming, and see what happens. And if you're doing it yourself, just pay attention. If you're getting away with it, if you're fine, I shouldn't say getting away with it. If you're fine, if you're doing it and it's working, then just keep doing it. Don't worry about it, and don't worry about October 1st. It's not an issue. I have to read this. Okay. Taylor Swift too pulls her stuff. Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, Spencer said the same artist that blocked Beato, probably. And I mentioned Beato in the article, and he's a YouTuber, and he testified before Congress at the end of July, because he has 750 videos. He had 240 some odd of them demonetized and 40 some odd of them removed. So he testified arguing that his videos are for educational purposes. And he's got everybody's back. So I encourage you to see that. I linked it in the article, so you can check that out. All right, so Maddie's got a long comment here. They don't cover performances where you charge a fee, otherwise commercializing the stream, in case you need to contact and obtain a license. Okay. Yeah, because Facebook started recently with the live streams where you can sell tickets, and they're encouraging people to do live streaming, selling tickets to do cooking classes or makeup tutorials or how to groom your dog or whatever. But selling a ticket and then performing covers, then you're probably going to get their attention, and then you're probably going to get in trouble. So I haven't tried it, and I haven't talked to anybody that has tried it, but I'm guessing that if you try to promote a live stream concert and you sell your tickets to that, I'm guessing that's going to be a big no-no. So yeah, but taking tips, that's a whole different story. You're not selling tickets. It's a voluntary thing. It's a fine line, but it is. All right, I'm sorry, I got to get to some of these comments. Marilyn said, unfortunately, some contemporary jazz artists have been muted recently while playing their own music. See, that's what's pissing me off about this whole thing. It's not consistent. These people don't know what the fuck they're doing. Sorry for cussing, but all right, Maddie's talking about Australian rules. Yeah, I mean, all right, Maddie said, anybody who plays cover is denying the writer of payment, which is true. But cover bands have been playing in clubs and whatnot for decades. The clubs and any venue that hosts live music pays fees to ASCAP and BMI, and the same should be true for Facebook. It's probably not, but it should be. Okay. Okay. Yeah, again, Maddie is on the side of the music and the musicians, and that's fine. But if there were a way for us to pay royalties, we would. If there was if we could sign up for ASCAP and BMI and pay a fee per year, which allows us to go and live stream and play whatever the hell we want, then we would do it. A lot of people would do it, especially the people who are live streaming often. Yeah. Yeah, Maddie, I will. I can't do it while I'm live streaming. Yeah, Facebook could well afford to do it, as Tim said, just like clubs do. Okay. So anyway, I'm going to stay on top of this whole thing and keep you guys informed with whatever I do. And what's pissing me off is people are writing these articles and putting them out and making them look legitimate because they put a good picture up there and make a headline that invokes fear, and they're not giving you the proper information, and they didn't do the proper research like I did. I spent a lot of time doing the research on this, and I spent a lot of time putting that article together to make sure you guys have the facts and make sure you have an alternative. So, people are being lazy, and it sucks because I work hard at this, and I want to make sure everybody gets the right information out there, especially this audience, my audience. And, when people, sorry, I'm sorry, bitching about it, but alternative anyway. I have a website. We have a website, coverbandcentral.com. There's no such restrictions in place. It's free. And you can't live stream directly on there, but you can live stream on YouTube and then grab the link and put it on cbc.com or coverbandcentral.com, I should say. And you'll be fine. We have no restrictions there. It's one extra step, but YouTube is easy to do it on. I created a tutorial, which you can see on the website, coverbandcentral.com. I also posted it on Facebook here on the page and in the group. So you can see that. It's very easy, very, very easy to do. Just as easy, if not easier, than Facebook Live. And then you post it there, and then you got no worries. So that's an alternative that we've provided. So if anybody is really worried about it and really scared, there you go. Do that instead. Yeah, it's driving me crazy too, Nancy. Like, that's why I felt like I got to come in here and talk about, do a live broadcast today and talk about this because all right. I haven't seen that, Mike, but I'll verify that, and I hope that's true, but he said he checked ASCAP's website and they mentioned that the social media sites, as well as bars, clubs, event locations, are paying licensing fees, Facebook included. So, if that's the case, then this should not be an issue, guys. It should not be an issue at all. Just keep doing what you're doing. Keep playing and charging your tips, and don't worry about it. And if you see that people spread those stupid other articles around, point them to Cover Band Central and tell them this is not true. October 1st there's nothing happening. Okay. Um, and of course, I encourage you all to go to coverbandcentral.com and sign up for a free profile. It's starting to pick up steam. We got a lot of great stuff planned. I mean, I'm putting everything I got into this. Everything in my life is going into Cover Band Central. We've been furloughed since March, so we can't play. My arm is screwed up, so I can't play right now, really, anyway. I mean, I can play. It just hurts. And I'd rather be doing this anyway and doing this stuff for the community. So unlike Facebook, I'm easy to reach. I'm easy to ask questions to, and I listen. I listen to you guys, and I will take your feedback and put it into the website and put it into something that's going to benefit you and benefit this community. And that's not something that you get from Facebook. That's not something you get from anything. I'm easy to reach. My name is Steve Witchell. I'll show you my name. Where's my name? It's here somewhere. All right, that's not it. Does everybody already know my name? There we go. Show my name. So you know how to spell it. There it is, Steve Witchell. You can find me everywhere on Facebook. Send me a private message on Facebook if you have a question. You can send it to Cover Band Central. I respond to those quickly. Or you can send it on the website, coverbandcentral.com. So you get a lot more out of this website than you do from Facebook. That's for damn sure. So go sign up. It's free. And tell a friend. Tell people. The only way this is going to work is if you guys are in there. The community is what's going to make it happen. And it's already happening, but I want it to be huge. And it's up to you guys. All right. All right. Let me see. Oh, sorry. I'll get back to you, Alicia. Reggie said, YouTube. I was streaming to YouTube simultaneously. Got heaps of emails next morning regarding licensing. But Reggie, I don't know what you were streaming. You got to give me more information than that. Felicia, or Felicia? Felicia, I want to say. Appreciate your efforts. Thanks for doing that forward. You're welcome. I wish other people would too. People just read a freaking headline and they're like, oh, this is it. This is the truth. That seems to be happening a lot. It's been happening for years. All right. Everybody still drinking? I'm drinking. I'm going to have another sip. And I'm going to give you guys a second to ask me more questions or comments. I don't know what that comment means. Oh, Lisa's comment. Lisa Gad. Lisa Gelvin. I think I got it. What else is going on? Is anybody else playing? Is anybody playing this weekend? You guys playing tonight? Playing this weekend? Playing it at all? Like gigs, like a real gig? I know up north it's going to get tougher as it gets cold because people won't be able to play outdoor gigs and social distance. Down here, down south, it'll be a little easier because it doesn't get as cold. But I don't think a lot of people are really gigging still. Okay, Maddie, thank you. All right. Everybody read that article. I linked it in the description. Click on that because I get more into it and maybe it makes more sense than me babbling here. When I write, I tend to slow down. When I start talking, I'm like, blah, 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 blah. And, sign up on the website, coverbandcentral.com. All right, guys? Holler at me if you need me. Thanks, Marilyn. Right. Oops. Right. It said it's a good article. Thank you. More solo duo versus full band. He says here. I don't know where here is. Andrew said where he lives is unaffected. He had 0 cases of COVID. Life is normal, including live gigs. Do you live on this planet? Because I don't know anywhere on this planet where that's true. But not that I'm doubting you. I'm sure that's true, but I just don't know where you are. Tim has his first gig September 26th. First gig since 2 years. Very cool. Tim and Sean. I don't know if that's Tim and or Sean. John's in here, North and South Carolina. Okay. Yeah. Solo duos. Yeah. Gotcha. All right. All right. Is everybody signing up for the website right now? In Australia. Okay. Oops. All right. You're in Australia. So everything's normal there. I got to get to Australia. Jeff, same as New Jersey. Okay. All right. I wish I had somebody else here with me to talk to, because I'd like to stay on here and talk to you guys, but I'm running out of stuff to talk about. There's a lot of stuff I'm doing for the website though, and I'm really excited about it. There's a lot of stuff on there even right now, so I really encourage you to go check it out and sign up for a free profile. It's free. Sign up for yourself or for your band or both. You can do either one or both. I encourage both if you have a band. Okay. All right, guys, I'm gonna end this. You say questions, comments, you can put it here or contact me directly. All right.